guys, it's Maya and we're going to talk about the show Victorious. Okay, so Victorious first hit Nickelodeon in 2010. It was created by Dan Schneider, who built the show specifically as a platform for Victoria Justice after seeing her talent in Zoe 101. This show is about a girl, Tori Vega, a regular teen who gets into Hollywood arts, a top performing arts high school, and she navigates life like friendships, and along her classmates she chases dreams. It hit worldwide with the young cast under the age of 18, who are Ariana Grande, Elizabeth Gillies, and Leon Thomas III, into household names. So even though it was doing well in ratings, the show came into an unexpected end in 2012 after 3 production series, which was split into 4 parts when aired. People guessed it was because of the rumours of tension between Victoria Justice, which is Tori, and Ariana Grande, Cat Valentine. Probably seen from Andre's video, Cat Valentine is also used in Sam & Cat. Just putting that in for some reason. But the real reason is because it was just made clear that Nickelodeon just chose to wrap it up once they hit a certain number of episodes, which was a standard move for the network at the time. In recent years, especially after the 2024 documentary Quiet on Set, The Dark Side of Kids TV, more has come out about what life was really like and the issues linked to Dan Schneider, the creator of the show. Cast members have spoken up about feeling uncomfortable with content that felt unsuitable for a children's show, and the fact that some people were including Ariana Grande because she was on a podcast a few months ago, or I forgot how long, and she said apparently she felt like it was hell or whatever she said. Daniela Monet, she played Trina Vega, Tori's sister. She shared a scene where her character had to eat a pickle, which while putting on lip gloss. She told the network it came along as, I can't really say this word, but Eulize, that's the end of it, is S-I-X, Eulize, I can't really say it, but so you get it. So there was concerns about what they wore, and Schneider reportedly had the final say on what everyone wore, and often pushed for outfits that were more revealing, which many of the teenage actors felt that were not appropriate for their age. He also described as having a strong personality and a temper that can make the work environment stressful. People who worked there said that he was very controlling and would have angry outbursts. Victoria has said that his big ego sometimes got in the way of good judgment, and there was moments she felt like were treated unfairly. So for a long time, fans also noticed that his shows included Victorious, Sam & Cat, iCarly, and etc. Often focused on heavily characters' feet. For example, Ella Anderson, who played Piper Hart in Henry Danger, she had been trying cold yoga, and her feet had showed, and most of her private tight clothes have been shown, and that was and I haven't heard about what she said about that, but I'm feeling she's very uncomfortable because of that, and she wouldn't like that. Some thought this was a little joke, personal interest, written in the script. It was also framed as jokes. So he created sometimes. There was a sense that the dynamic he created sometimes made the cast compete with each other, by having favourites, which added unnecessary tension. Dan has said that Dan Schneider has said that he is sorry for this behavior, admitting he could be a hard person to work for, and he really regrets those scenes that happened. Now that we're done with talking about the show, we're going to talk about specifically one character, Ariana Grande, Kat Valentine. So The Rise of Victorious in 2010 seemed like a success story, especially Ariana Grande became a breakout playing the star. It is the star playing Kat Valentine. Revelations have highlighted how much of the content, including Ariana, was laid with inappropriate undertones. So this is one of the biggest concerns of fans is how Dan Schneider handled Grande's character. Her character was childlike and naive, yet she was frequently placed in suggestively framed scenarios. A specific example is about where her character is shown upside down attempting to juice a grapefruit, which viewers see having a clear inappropriate inappropriate double entendres. Some and also other scenes involved her being soaked in water, performing funny tasks that focused on her mouth or body in ways that felt uncomfortable for a child or teen show. As in using the task that focused on her mouth or body is that the fact that she put her toe in her mouth, which is not really appropriate. Okay, so we're going to talk about another character who is Daniela Monet. When it comes to Daniela, her experience on the set of Victorious is frequently cited as one of the most troubling examples on how the production ignored the actors' boundaries. The most famous instances involved a scene where her character Trina Vega was directed to eat a pickle while applying lip gloss in a way that felt overtly inappropriatized. Monet has revealed since she actually went to the network's executives at the time to express her extreme discomfort with the scene, explaining how it was very inappropriate for a children's show. Despite her formal complaint, the scene was kept in the episode and aired anyway, which she had pointed out to as a sign of how little the young actors had to film the content they were being forced to film under Dan Schneider's direction. Beyond that specific incident, Monet has also spoken out about the inappropriate nature of the costumes and the general environment on set. She noted that Schneider had a direct hand in choosing the skimpier outfits for the female male casts, meaning tight clothes, even when they felt those clothes weren't age appropriate or necessary for the story. This was compounded by a broader culture of fear on set, where Schneider's volatile temper had massive ego made it difficult for anyone to speak up without risking their career. If anyone spoke up about it, they lose their career, they're out of the show. Done. Monet's account highlights a pattern where the young stars were often treated like more props for adult-themed jokes, rather than in a safe working environment, leaving many of them to process the true nature of their experiences only years after the show ended. So further on from that, some people have pointed out how at the end of a Victorious episode, there were lines at the end, lines of someone saying at the end of it. Those lines felt very uncomfortable, as in they were like adult lines to say. If you haven't watched the episode, you would think that's weird. But if you have watched the episode, you will know the context of why their characters are saying that. I'll give you some evidence here. Some might not feel weird, but if it gets worse each time.
You're a demon! This is getting weird.
But we'll implode! You failed.
Say cheese, fathead.
You smell so fruity. Fresh as a daisy. I heard you swallow. Enjoy your wares!
Toot your pickle. Here comes that feeling. That is a quality foot.
Enjoy my monkey fur.
That is so not tight. I'm a cube fist man.
Y'all can stare at me, but it's still bad.
More power.
Sometimes I do it to myself.
Yay! I love excitement.
I can't take it anymore.
What about your spicy tuna balls? I don't want to get blackballed.
These are traumatizing things, as in, this is very inappropriate. You might not think it's that bad, but once you understand, once you've really listened to it, you will understand that these are bad jokes. Thank you for listening to this backstory of Victorious. And me and Andrea will talk about tomorrow Amanda Bynes and what Dan Schneider did to her. Thank you so much, guys. We love you. Goodbye.